Hello, this is Doug Brook at NorthStar DHI Services. Today we're going to be creating a report that talks about somatic cell count high cows. We're going to use the DHI test day report 241 to look for database items that we can use when we generate that user report. Once I'm in PCDART, and if I go into test day, and I choose report options, I look at report options. There's a tab here toward the right that says SCC and MUN. The 240 to 241 and 242 report is there. I click on the PDF file icon and it will show me what this report looks like. Here is the somatic cell count report 241 as I scroll down to find the third page, which has this information across the top that I'm going to use to generate a PCDART user report. Once I close out of that report option, so I had an opportunity to look at a report to see what it's going to look like, I will go into users, say new. We're going to call this high SCC. Database items I want to list are number 50 and 51, number 8, which would be my lactation number, number 4, which is my group number, 75, which would be days in milk on test day. I want to look at current milk. I want to look at projected 305-day milk production. I want to look at days since breeding or heat. I'm going to put in a vertical line so that it just separates some of the database items. I'm going to look at the current somatic cell count actual. I'm going to look at the previous somatic cell count actual. I'm going to look at the percent of the bulk tank somatic cell count that's contributed by each one of the cows. Here comes another vertical line, just as is in that DHI report 241. I want to look at my lactation average for somatic cell count. I also want to look at my previous lactation somatic cell count. And we're going to look at vertical line so that we can also have a reason on the report. To show just those cows that are high cell count cows, I need to go into the filters. We're going to be using number 9, and that's 4.0 as a lower value, 9.9 as an upper value. We're looking at our previous somatic cell count linear score, which should be 4.0 as lower value, 9.9 as upper value. And these cows are on the report for the chronic cows. Or since we want to look at new infection cows, we're going to look at our linear score of 9, which is that database item. And current is 4.0 to 9.9, and previous would be 0.0 because previous SCC score is a database item 14. That'd be 0.0 to 4.0 as our upper. And that would be 684. Reason on the report are new infections. So now I have created a report that will list my high cell count cows using the same database items that are in report 241, the DHI high cell count report that's printed on test day. I'll go ahead and preview that report. This will list the 36 animals in this herd, or the 21% of the herd that are chronic and new infection cows. I'll go ahead and save this report, and it's saved as report number 63. Once I've got the report already created, I'm going to highlight that report. I'm going to copy it to a new number, and it's going to be number 64. I'm going to go ahead and edit that report number 64. And I'm going to put a major sort of 255, which would be what is the percentage of cell counts contributed by that particular cow. I want it in descending order. So I'm going to go ahead and save that report. I will preview that report. Now it's going to list cows in percent of bulk tank in this last test day. If I want to see only the top 20 cows for this report, I can limit down here in the gray area in the bottom right. I can say 20 cows for database item number 255, and the top range, I'll preview that. That will show me just the top 20 cows in this herd. Percent of bulk tank contribution would be the top 20 for this herd. This is Doug Brook at NorthStar DHI Services.